Bienvenue à tous. Welcome to Reporters Plus here on France 24. I'm Marco, and in this edition, an inside look at a rescue team that is more and more the difference between life and death for desperate migrants. As they're dispatched into the Mediterranean by people traffickers, the migrants face an uncertain fate. In fact, in the first 6 months of this year, some 900 migrants, that's men, women and children, have been killed at sea. Our reporter Emmanuel Chaz has been alongside the crew of the Ocean Viking, a rescue ship scouring the coast of Libya as more and more migrant boats set off into troubled waters. A crew that's already meant the difference between life and death to hundreds of migrants.
The Ocean Viking, operated by maritime humanitarian organisation SOS Méditerranée, is one of the few rescue ships still working in the central Mediterranean Sea. On board, professional sea rescuers, sailors, doctors, nurses and logistics experts. Last April, the boat was patrolling off the Libyan coast when it rescued 236 people aboard a rubber boat in distress. Survivors are clear about what they were escaping.
Si l'Union européenne pense que la Libye prend des migrants pour aller les mettre dans des centres de détention, c'est pas vrai. Il n'y a pas de centres de détention, c'est des prisons.
A few days earlier, SOS Méditerranée's teams arrived too late after a rubber boat capsized during a storm. For hours, to no avail, the Ocean Viking had sought assistance from the relevant authorities. Around 130 people died that day.
I really hope that this shipwreck will change something in the coordination and in the timing of from the alert to the relay of the distress.
April 21st in the central Mediterranean Sea. The Ocean Viking receives an alert from Alarm Phone, an independent initiative that relays distress calls in the area. More than 220 kilometers away off the Libyan coast, around 130 people are on board a rubber boat in distress. The boat left Libya the night before, along with another boat that was intercepted by the Libyan Coast Guard.
Call the Libyan Coast Guard and ask if these two cases are closed and they have been intercepted, both cases, just one.
Luisa Albera, SOS Méditerranée's search and rescue coordinator, tries to contact the relevant authorities.
Because if it's just one, this one that we are sure, tonight we can try to save these, otherwise they're dead.
Here we're in the Libyan search and rescue zone. According to maritime law, Tripoli must either coordinate and assist or carry out rescue operations.
السلام عليكم. معكم مترجم Ocean Viking. أتكلم عربي. اسمح لي الأخ، السؤال اللي بغيته هو هل طائرة الهليكوبتر ترصدت الحالة 182؟ أوكي مفهوم. أوكي. He just cut alone.
Oh, okay.
Without salam alaikum, without goodbye.
Yeah, they intercepted one boat.
They intercepted one boat for sure, the 183.
What is crazy that the airplane didn't see them.
They were so close.
They were.
Okay, we finish. Thank you.
Okay, I will carry on?
Yes.
Okay.
The Ocean Viking alters its course towards the boat in distress. but it's still more than 10 hours away.
Mayday, mayday, mayday. Vessel in distress. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Coordinates 3328 north. 1353 east. 3328 north.
All ships, this is Ocean Viking. I copied the Mayday position, so I recognize the voice, context. Relay the Mayday. Mayday, Mayday, and this position is where our rubber tank is.
That to Libyan Coast Guard.
No, was on the radio. Mayday, Mayday. Boat in distress, this position. That's all.
A mayday is a distress call sent when there's imminent danger of death at sea or in the air. Frontex, the European Border Agency, sends that message anonymously, more than 9 hours after alarm phones sent out their alert. The Ocean Viking is still 80 nautical miles away. The wind is picking up. The waves are getting higher. A storm is coming.
I just asked you to send an update for the ships.
Yeah, but they don't know if they want to give us the phone number by radio.
Salve, buonasera. Chiamo dall'Ocean Viking, posso parlare con l'ufficiale?
There's no reaction from Libyan authorities after that Mayday call. Luisa Albera tries several times to get the Italian Maritime Rescue Coordination to relay the Mayday position in the Italian search and rescue zone.
Buonasera, chiamo dalla Ocean Viking. Alle 19:15 abbiamo ricevuto sul VHF canale 16 un Mayday per una posizione. Noi siamo molto lontani da quella posizione. È possibile mandare un nav text a tutte le navi in area? Sì. La barca è in distress, è un'imbarcazione. Lo so, però è stato mandato questo Mayday via VHF.
Jesse, come up.
Va bene, grazie, salve. It's not our area. We copy your information. Thank you very much. It's our job. So I said, can you...
After the Mayday, 3 merchant ships immediately alter their course to try to rescue the boat in distress. Instantly and without any support from the authorities, they organize a search pattern.
And we listen on radio. 2108, some vessel calling Libya.
With the storm ongoing, the Ocean Viking races against time to try to reach the zone. That night, waves reach a height of 6 meters. Any one of them could cause a rubber boat to capsize. At dawn, the Ocean Viking finally arrives on site and joins in the search.
Okay, 053, coming over to kill.
Osprey, Osprey, Osprey. This is Ocean Viking. Do you read me?
Luisa Albera tries to reach Osprey, Frontex's surveillance airplane, to seek aerial assistance.
Osprey, Osprey, Osprey. This is Ocean Viking, Ocean Viking. Do you read me? Good morning, sir. Are you coordinating the search?
Ocean Viking Osprey 3, we are maritime patrol aircraft and we are taking part in the current search and rescue operation. Affirmative. I have no jurisdiction over.
Copy, Osprey. If you spot anything, can you pass us some information? We have a ship well equipped with the doctors. We have even a reefer if we found bodies. So we are quite equipped for any search and rescue. Over.
Ocean Viking Osprey 3, that's all copied, ma'am. We will continue our search pattern. We are operating to the north of you at approximately 3,000 feet along with other maritime assets, and I will check with my operating authority and keep you informed.
Thank you, sir. Ocean Viking, listening on channel 16. Over.
Osprey 3, listening out.
Despite its promises, Frontex never calls back. At midday, as feared, the merchant vessel My Rose spots 3 lifeless bodies. A few minutes later, the Frontex plane gives the exact position of the shipwreck to the 3 merchant vessels. When SOS Méditerranée's teams arrive on site, only the boat's sponsons are still visible. During the storm, the violence of the waves caused its deck to collapse.
So what's the yellow thing now?
That's a dead body.
Yeah? Are we sure?
Yeah, it's a man. There is a man inside.
There are no survivors. That night, some 130 people drowned.
We didn't find, we couldn't really find any survivors, and the scene was obvious that the shipwreck had no survivors at all. It's a matter of time, every time, and the first time that Alan Fon sent the first distress email to all the authorities was the late morning of the day before. Plenty of time to save them.
Faced with tragedy, the crew is in shock. Because of the storm, lifeless bodies are scattered across a huge distance. For the rest of the day, the Ocean Viking stayed put, waiting for instructions from the Libyan Coast Guard.
We stayed on scene until dark to wait for the Libyan patrol vessel to come, that never came. And I took the decision to keep patrolling because we can save our other lives. Unfortunately, for the people that were on that boat in distress, there was nothing more to do. I can do something for others, something else. I can save more life. Just staying here, and if there is any other distress alert, I can render assistance, because there is no other way. There is no other authority that can help.
Five days after the shipwreck, the boat responds to a new distress call. This time the crew gets ready to rescue 2 rubber boats.
It's more about giving right direction and guiding where you can see.
It's all hands on deck for the rescuers, medics and logistics experts.
Short
SAR team, ready for rescue, ready for rescue.
When the boats in distress are close by, the Ocean Viking's 3 ribs are sent out to sea.
Bridge, easy one. I require green light to launch easy one. Over.
Ready to launch the raft. Easy one, easy to lead.
This time, the weather is calm, but each rubber boat is carrying over 100 people. One of them is about to break under their weight. The rescuers need to act swiftly.
Ocean Viking, easy one.
They distribute life jackets, and survivors are brought on board the mothership, the Ocean Viking.
Easy one, you can come alongside.
Easy one, copy.
Yeah.
The rescue operation lasts 2 hours. 236 people arrive on deck, including 7 women, 119 unaccompanied minors, and a baby, 18-month-old Yaya. All are now safe. The crew registers each of them. They then receive first aid and psychological support. As in every rescue, the rubber boats are methodically destroyed to make sure they can't be redeployed by smugglers. Inner tubes in the place of rubber rings show just how little the smugglers care about the equipment they use.
Easy one, rescue complete.
The following day at dawn, the crew is about to carry out another rescue operation. Spontaneously, the survivors already on board help to organize the arrival of other rescued people. But just as the Ocean Viking is about to launch the rescue, it's forced to alter its course by the Libyan Coast Guard.
Libyan Coast Guard, this is Viking, we are moving away. Over.
The Ocean Viking has to comply, as it's in the Libyan search and rescue zone. Aboard vessels financed by the European Union, the Libyan Coast Guard races towards the boats in distress and threatens to capsize them. As survivors look on, it only takes the Coast Guard a few minutes to intercept around 200 people and pile them into their small patrol vessel. The Ocean Viking is powerless. Suleiman knows these methods well. He's already survived 2 interceptions.
Les bateaux libyens sont venus, donc ça a trouvé qu'on le Zodiac s'était renversé. Je criais, oh maman, maman, je vais mourir. Est-ce que vous voyez? Maintenant, les Libyens sont venus. Ils ont commencé, au lieu de nous sauver, on est en train de mourir, ils ont commencé à prendre des photos. Des photos d'abord. Ils ont pris des photos, après bon, ils ont envoyé un petit canon. Ils ont ramassé des armes en nous insultant, en nous frappant.
Other survivors talk about a well-organised system whereby smugglers work with the Libyan authorities to extort money from migrants, organise boats' departures, and then orchestrate their interception. The boats are then brought back to Libya, making people pay for their journey several times. Mohamed from Niger saw these methods for himself.
Ils font le lancement, c'est eux-mêmes qui tournent derrière, ils vous rattrapent, ils vous ramènent en Libye. Ça veut dire qu'ils veulent le double gain. Vous payez pour le voyage, maintenant ils vous ramènent, soit disant que c'est la police. On est tous au courant, mais on n'a pas le droit, puisqu'on n'est pas sécurisé, on ne peut pas tout dire.
On board the Ocean Viking, survivors can finally get access to medical care. This time, there are no life-threatening injuries, but there are many fuel burns caused by leaked petrol mixed with seawater in the rubber boats. Eventually, life prevails on board. Routine takes over. Days are punctuated by tea distributions and, because of the pandemic, temperature checks and mask handouts. Rescuers and survivors share daily tasks. And after a stressful start, little Yaya has become the boat's mascot. One of the 119 unaccompanied minors on board is 15-year-old Musa, who left Guinea-Conakry in February.
J'ai décidé mon voyage depuis que j'étais tout petit, parce que j'ai vu la situation, j'étais à l'école, j'étais intelligent, j'étais toujours premier, mais ce n'était pas mon but. Mon but, je suis intelligent, mais si tes parents n'ont pas de moyens à un niveau, même si tu étudies, ça sera un problème d'argent. J'ai quitté Guinée-Conakry, c'était à cause de ça.
14-year-old Bakary came to Libya from Ivory Coast in January.
On travaille, on ne nous donne pas à manger, on nous frappe chaque jour. Les Libyens, ce ne sont pas les hommes. Ils sont très méchants, très violents. Les gars ne nous donnent pas à manger, les gars nous frappent tout le temps.
For Suleiman, the daily violence he experienced is clearly racist.
En Libye, je peux dire, le noir est un marchandise. Le noir est un marchandise. On est traités comme des animaux. On est habitué à la violence. Parce que quand on est noir, on est toujours inférieur. Pour les Arabes, on est toujours inférieur. On se sent toujours minimisé. Si l'Union européenne pense que la Libye prend des migrants pour aller les mettre dans des centres de détention, ce n'est pas vrai. Il n'y a pas de centres de détention, c'est des prisons. C'est des prisons, c'est une commerce d'êtres humains. Une commerce d'êtres humains qui est basée sur des noirs.
Every day, the Ocean Viking asks the European authorities for a safe port to dock. Patience is a virtue. To pass the time, some survivors play cards. Some try to measure the distance to their dream destination. And others try to learn some Italian to be as prepared as possible for their new lives. Relief at last. 5 days after the rescue, the Ocean Viking is granted a place of safety. On the 1st of May, the rescue boat arrives in Augusta, Sicily. This is where the 236 survivors will disembark. Italian customs officers are ready. and health authorities come on board. Everyone must pass antigen tests. Then, one by one, the survivors leave the boat. Unaccompanied minors are separated from the women who've been taking care of them since leaving Libya and will be placed in reception centres. Adults are separated between those who test positive for COVID-19 and those who don't. After several hours of waiting under the sun, they board a quarantine ferry where they'll spend several weeks. Since it started its operations in February 2016, SOS Méditerranée has rescued 33,519 people. Officially, over that same period, there were 20,000 deaths in the Mediterranean Sea, although the real toll is probably much higher.
Our reporter Emmanuel Chaz on board the rescue ship, the Ocean Viking. We'll continue to report on all the issues surrounding the ongoing migrant crisis. Thank you for watching. See it again via our website, france24.com. This is Reporters. Stay with us. Most of all, stay safe.